Hello again, friends. This is Metapod once again, and welcome back to our playthrough of Innocent Life on PlayStation 2. If you remember, last time we equipped a hoe. Dun dun dun. So now we're going to use it. We are learning to till the soil, and you only actually have to till one square here, but if you till all 9, you get a free 9 experience. If you'll notice, the little number 1s are popping up above Life's head each time we till. This means he's getting 1 point stronger in his hoeing proficiency. And since we're not using any time or PP, which is this game's stamina, during this segment we can feel free to till as much as we want, well, up until all 9 squares are tilled. I don't think it will let you till a square again, but maybe I should try that next time. Gaiac is next going to give us some seeds to try to plant. So we'll equip our potato seeds in our seed bag and plant 1. Similar to what we just did, we have the option to only plant 1, and since we would rather save our seeds than use them, and we don't get experience for planting, we're going to keep the 8 other seeds and we can use them on our own farm later. So you would normally have to buy seeds, and so this is 8 free seeds, which is nice. Next we're going to learn how to water. And we have water in our watering can. As you can see, this is such a wonderful and exciting tutorial. Like with the hoe, we're going to water all of the squares, because as long as a square has been tilled, you can pour water on it, and we'll get 1 point toward our watering skill by doing this each time. So we're going to get another 9 experience in watering this way. So if you fully abuse this tutorial, you can get 9 experience for hoeing and watering and 8 free potato seeds, which is a pretty nice little boost to the start of your game. The experience isn't worth as much, since you can get kind of a lot in one day, a lot more than 9, but still you have to use PP to get each one, so that's a good thing. Gaiac continues to talk to you every single time you make an action during this tutorial, which makes it really tedious to get all that experience, but hopefully my talking filled that a little bit. Probably not, I'm sure it was boring. Gaiac's now going to use the virtual farm's ability to transcend time to make the potato virtually grow. This is to show you the passing of time, which is an important feature of this and the related Harvest Moon games. Throughout the game you play on a day system, and each day your plants will grow and other things will happen, and you have to pay attention to the passage of time. It's pretty simple once you start playing, though. You'll also notice Gaiac's dog Chocola runs out onto the mat, and for some reason he still presses the button. And I guess he just aged his dog one day or something. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be too alarmed by that, as long as we don't tell his wife. So now we're going to go pick our virtual potato and put it in the shipping bin, and we will have pretty much learned all the basics to planting and farming. But we don't get to really ship our potato. Because it's a virtual crop, it disappears as soon as it was put inside. Aww. Okay, and now we're going to meet Marlene, which is Gaiac's wife, and she's going to come out and meet us because Chocola was all riled up, and Chocola, whatever the dog's name is actually the same name as a girl in Harvest Moon 2 on Game Boy Color. I don't know if it's supposed to be a reference to her, as outside of the name, they don't really seem to share any similar qualities, although Chocola might also be female. The dog, I mean. I don't know. Now we're going to stay at Gaiac and Marlene's house for the rest of that day and this day, until the evening. It won't let you leave because you need to see some important scenes. The first one is Marlene feeding Life, and throughout this game, for some reason, a lot of the characters seem to push Life to eat. And they really, really want him to eat, despite the fact that he doesn't need to. Even the characters that know that life is a robot will still encourage him to eat a lot. Though I guess one of the main goals you have in this game is to make life more human. And so maybe they think eating will accomplish that, which I guess it does, because if you watch here, your abilities will increase a tiny bit. Love and cooking goes up whenever someone cooks for you and you accept their dishes, which eventually will happen on a regular basis by the same people, but this, at least, is a special case, and you can keep upping those different parameters that make life supposedly more lifelike. And one of your goals is to make him into a real boy, as you can see here. Challenge, love, intelligence, cooking. You have different parameters that are supposed to be, I guess, qualities that humans have. We'll go talk to Gaiac now, and he's going to give us some more seeds, since Marlene gave us a seed bag. And then we'll have all we need to get started on our farm. And then we'll go upstairs and see another scene. I mentioned before that this game was originally on the PSP, but I'm playing on the PS2 because the game was ported to the PlayStation 2 and given a few extra features, which we'll discuss as we come across them. I don't know all of the extra features and differences because I've never played the original version. I've only played the special edition on PlayStation 2. Anyway, here we're going to meet Marcia, which is Gaiac and Marlene's granddaughter. She becomes Life's first friend, I guess you could say, if you don't want to call the rest of the characters that we've met so far his friends. She's around the same age as Life, or at least the age Life was built to be like. And she seems to take a liking to Life, despite him not being too social. Our silent little Life. And she becomes an important character because of that. Not a lot of characters really pay too much mind to Life, and she does, and that's nice. She also doesn't know that Life is a robot, and sometimes it can be difficult to remember who knows that Life is a robot and who doesn't in this game. I guess it's not too difficult, just the mayor, Charles, this family, except for Marcia, of course, and Dr. Hope and Vida, all know that he's a robot. Nobody else does. Everyone else thinks he's just a relative of Dr. Hope, and Dr. Hope considers Life his own son. But everyone else thinks he's some other relative, like a distant relative. Here Marcia says that she's heard nature sprites in this area, which we saw in the last episode, so Life has also heard them. But Gaiac cannot hear or see them, like Marcia and Life can. Finally, we are back at Dr. Hope's house, and we are still not actually playing the game. I told you it had a very slow beginning. But yeah, here we're going to eat again. And I think our abilities do go up from this, but you'll notice Vida serves some wine to Gaiac and Dr. Hope, which is sadly 20 times more cinematic than any Harvest Moon cutscene I've ever seen before. So we're all going to have a nice dinner together. I still really like the mood that this game has. It feels very, still very lonely. It'll feel more so later when you understand the story more, but here we're going to talk to Dr. Hope alone at night in the library, and he explains to Life that all of the knowledge and all of the books in his lab are programmed into Life's head, but he wants Life to also understand the human heart and the value of life, which cannot be learned through books. So, you can choose to understand him or not. I'm not sure if it makes a difference which one you choose, but I've chosen no before too, and he just says, well, you'll understand as you progress. And now we're going to sleep in our shine pod. And tomorrow we will finally be able to go to our actual farm. And that means in the next episode we'll see what the actual game starts out like. And we'll meet a very sexy character, so stay tuned.